Have you ever noticed things like this when shopping online? You look at a product, leave the website, and a few hours later you suddenly receive an email offering 10% off. Or you return to a web shop and now it says only 3 items left. Or the free shipping limit seems oddly specific, something like €49 instead of 50. These things often feel random, but they often are not random at all. Many online shops constantly run small experiments to see how customers react. And in this episode, I'll explain how those experiments work and why understanding them can actually make you a smarter online shopper. Welcome back to all returning viewers and welcome to anyone who is new here. My name is Joanna and this is WebshopSavvy, where we talk about all aspects of online shopping, how it works, what happens behind the scenes, and how you can shop online more consciously and confidently. The method used by many companies is called A/B testing. The idea is actually very simple. Instead of guessing what works better, companies test 2 versions of something and compare the results. For example, one group of visitors sees the page with a green Buy Now button. Another group sees the same page but with a red button. Then the company measures which versions leads to more purchases. The version that performs better becomes the final design. So rather than making decisions based on opinions, companies rely on data from real customers. And these kinds of tests happen constantly in modern online stores. These experiments don't just involve buttons. Web shops often test many small details that influence how we shop. For example, companies may test how discounts are presented. Imagine 2 versions of the same offer. One version says 20% off today. Another version says save €20 today. Mathematically, these offers might be exactly the same, but psychologically, people often react differently to percentages compared to fixed amounts. So the webshop tests which version leads to more purchases. Another common experiment involves free shipping thresholds. Many online stores offer free shipping if you spend a certain amount, for example €50. But that number is often not random. Companies may test several versions, maybe €40, maybe 45, maybe €50. Then they measure which version makes customers add 1 extra item to reach the free shipping limit. You may have experienced this yourself. You planned to buy 1 item, but then added something small just to qualify for free shipping. That behavior is exactly what companies analyze. Let's imagine a very typical situation. You are browsing an online store and looking for a pair of shoes. You spend some time on the page, maybe read the reviews, and then you leave the website without buying. Later, the same day, you receive an email. It says something like, "Still thinking about these shoes? Here is 10% off." From the customer perspective, this may feel like a lucky coincidence, but very often it's part of tested strategy. Companies test whether sending a small discount after someone leaves the website increases the chance of that person returns and completes the purchase. Some visitors receive a discount email, others do not. The company then compares the results. This helps them understand what works the best. Modern web shops also rely heavily on algorithms. An algorithm is simply a set of rules used by software to analyze information and make decisions. Online shops analyze behaviors such as what you search for, what products you click, how long you stay on the page, what you previously bought. Using this information, the website can personalize the shopping experience. One common tool is called a recommendation engine. This is the system that suggests products based on your behavior. For example, you may see messages like, "Customers who bought this also bought that," or "You may also like this or that." Large online platforms have discovered that recommendations like this can significantly increase sales. But they can also make shopping easier because they help customers discover products they might not have found otherwise. Another concept is called behavioral segmentation. This simply means grouping customers based on how they behave online. Some visitors are frequent buyers. Some compare prices very carefully. Some are visiting the website for the first time. Web shops may show slightly different messages or promotions to different groups. And then there is dynamic content. This means the web page itself can change depending on who is visiting. A returning customer might see, "Welcome back, here are new arrivals." A first-time visitor might see, "Sign up today and receive 10% off your first order." So even though two people visit the same website, the page they see may not exactly be identical. These experiments exist because human decisions are not purely logical. Psychology plays an important role when we shop. For example, people respond strongly to scarcity messages. If a product page says only 2 items left, many customers feel a sense of urgency. But companies may test whether that message actually increases purchases. Another common psychological factor is social proof. When we see that many other people have bought or reviewed the product, we feel more confident about buying it ourselves. That's why product ratings, reviews, and bestseller labels are so common in online stores. Companies often test how these elements influence customer behavior. If you want to see how these systems work, you can even try a small experiment yourself. The next time you shop online, try visiting the same web shop using your regular browser or a private or incognito window. Sometimes you may notice small differences, for example, different product recommendations, different banners, different promotions. Not always, but sometimes. And when you notice it, you're essentially seeing how modern digital commerce adapts to different visitors. In the European Union, online shops must follow strict consumer protection rules. For example, the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, regulates how companies collect and use personal data. There are also EU rules that prohibit misleading commercial practices. This means companies cannot create fake scarcity messages, fake reviews, or deceptive pricing. If companies use personalized pricing based on customers' profiling, they must also be transparent about it. So while experimentation is a normal part of digital commerce, businesses operating in Europe must still respect clear legal boundaries designed to protect consumers. The key takeaway is simple. Online shops constantly test and improve their websites. This is how modern digital commerce works. But once you understand that some offers, layouts, and messages may be part of an experiment, it becomes easier to pause, compare, and make more deliberate shopping decisions. And that awareness alone can already make you a smarter online shopper. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share to help other viewers learn the benefits of online shopping. I will see you in the next episode, but until then, stay safe and warm, enjoy the beautiful spring weather, and see you next time. Bye!